know who'll be stopping by to say hello. Out here it's real life, no fuss, no show, with Highland cattle and piggies on the go. We got meat, birds, fur, babies too. Gardens growing fresh, right in view. I'm baking up love in all that I do, and helping the small folks to see them through. Welcome to the Brums, where the fun's running wild, with a homestead heart and a country style. We're growing good food and raising some joy, and giving a hand to each girl and boy. So come on by, have a laugh or two at the Brums. We're waiting just for you. Out in the yard, where the chickens roam, we're building a life that feels like home. From the veggies we grow to the soil we turn, it's a simple life and so much to learn. I'm baking bread, smell the warm, sweet air. Piggies squealing, love's everywhere. We lend a hand to channels that care, because lifting each other is what we share. Welcome to the Brums, where the fun's running wild, with a homestead heart and a country style. We're growing good food and raising some joy, and giving a hand to each girl and boy. So come on by, have a laugh or two at the Brums. We're waiting just for you. So come on and join, let's build it together through thick and thin in any weather. We're all in this, let's make it better at the Brums. It's a life to treasure. Welcome to the Brums, where the fun's running wild, with a homestead heart and a country style. We're growing good food and raising some joy, and giving a hand to each girl and boy. So come on by, have a laugh or two at the Brums. We're waiting just for you. Yeah, at the Brums, we're waiting just for you.
Hey. One of these days I'll get it down pat. But that was a better transition this time. And how's everybody doing? Sorry I'm a little bit late. This has been a week from hell. So, the long and short of it, there we go. Long and short of it, furnace went, AC went, and well, thank goodness they have a government rebate where I get some money, because we're going to go tankless water. We're putting in a new furnace. And we are also doing a heat pump. They didn't tell me to sit down before they told me the total. I just about had a heart attack. And it was a very large heart attack. Because it was, well, let's just say, on the upper half of 40 grand. Anyways, I had the auditor here today to make sure that, I didn't have brand new stuff, and, a new house runs at 78 kilojoules, and this house is, I'm going to say this house is on the upper side of 40 years old. And So 78 is a new home. We're 138. Zero's perfect. So somehow I don't think we're going to have an issue getting a loan. I'm telling you, folks, if it's not one thing, it's another. So, still trying to save for and don't get me wrong, our health is all in all right, but the way I look at it, yeah, sucks. But you know what? Somebody was just told they were dying of cancer. I'll take a new furnace. So let's go on back up to the top. We got Rebecca slid in here first. She thought that I was going at noon today. No, I had to bump back a little bit, Rebecca, but glad to see you. And Joe Fix It For You, he's bringing up the second position today. He's going a little slower today. But that's because Johnny and Jesse worked him to the bone last week. Poor fella, you had to go home just for a break. And who we got? We got Cora Phelps. Can't wait, Cora, get to see you in, 10 months. Troy Sutton, welcome. Jamie Conway, another 10-monther. Then we got Scotty, all the way from Massachusetts. But then you got Uncle Paul. He's all the way from England. So he takes the race today, unless we got the Tasmanian devil in the house. Then he would take the cake. But right now, Uncle Paul from England's got it sewed up. Bill, my Alaska. G'day, sir. Hopefully you're doing well. How much snow you got up there so far? I don't think it stuck, but I saw Rob and Sarah had some snow already, but I don't think it stayed. Oops. Who else we got? Backlash Fisherman. Well, g'day, Backlash. Hopefully you're sitting on your bum not working, because if you're not doing anything, that means nobody needs an ambulance. So we'll go with that. And if so, procrastinate. But if somebody needs you, do like me. Go quick. Well, you know what? Just if it's not I don't know which coding system you use. We went from the number system to color. Still haven't figured that one out. Red/purple is the old code 4, which is light, siren, life threatening. But now there's like yellow for transfer. Oh, it's all over the board. Oh, you're non-emergency. Okay, so you're more transfer units. I got you. Standing in a fast food place getting hot dogs. That's not going to be good for your arteries. That would call them clogged. Just saying. And there's Uncle Jesse. What's up? Well, Uncle Jesse, this week I didn't let you down again. Our furnace went poof. And, well, if I was to use it, I would probably asphyxiate my family because there's a great big crack in the firebox. And the main bearing in my air conditioning is gone too. So, thank goodness the government's got some grants. Yeah, grant loans you pay back, grants you don't. There's grants, and we got a little one. But like I said, somebody was just told that they have a loved one that's going to pass of cancer. So guess what? I guess I'm on the brighter side of things. Doctors, dialysis hospital, discharge home. Yeah, so you're what they would call up here a transporting unit. I actually, are you in the Montreal area? I'm 2 hours from Montreal, Bill. Darren would be, actually, I'm closer than Darren. Darren's Quebec City. I'm trying to think who in our group is from Montreal. Nobody, I think, that you'd know of. Heather Hopper, she'd be about an hour and 20 minutes from Montreal. So, well, you know what, Jesse? Got to keep life on the up and up. I'd be bored if it wasn't. So they're coming tomorrow. And they're going to install a heat pump, furnace, and a tankless water heater. And with taxes and everything, it's right around 35 to 40. It's not what I'm paying, but if I didn't have returns, then yeah. Montreal to London. Yeah, but so search Ottawa. And don't forget, Mr. Paul is outside of London. Actually, it would be pretty close, Paul, believe it or not. If you were to do your city to Ottawa and do his city to Ottawa, you're going to be pretty close. Don't tell your kids that you have a tankless water heater. Oh, it don't matter. They're paying for the gas. They get 7 minutes free, and then they start paying for propane. So, all in all, it's something that we should have done years ago. But Who's got that kind of money just sitting around? But I have no problem spending their inheritance. Phew. Gone. So, oh, absolutely. I'm going from oil to propane. And then not probably next summer, I will go from propane to natural gas. Soon as that subdivision goes across the road from me, then they're going to run natural gas up to the house, which I'm going to save thousands of dollars going from, oh, pardon me, going from oil to propane. And going from propane to oil, I'm going to save more. So, yes, I got to shell out a lot of money, but it'll probably pay for itself in under 5 years. So, you're an hour outside of Anchorage. Okay. And yeah, I was going to say, I thought you were around Newcastle, Paul. The gas is cheaper. Water's free here, buddy. I'm rural. I don't pay for water. So natural gas, that's, or propane, that's going to be the most expensive. So wait, kids still get an inheritance? Not here, they won't. Mm-mm. So you've already spent their inheritance. Good for you, Paul. You know what? You earned it. You spend it. It's the way I've always, I don't get these folks who sit and do nothing their retired life to save some money for their kids. I've always told my parents, spend it. It's yours. Just don't leave me with any bills because I ain't paying for them. But again, they made it. I didn't make it. So why would I would, they spent what, 8 or 9 years wintering. Well, they still had good health. They used to go down every winter to Lake Chapala, which is about 60 miles from Guadalajara, Mexico. In Matico, it takes a week to drive from here, and they drive it. And they were in a gated community down there. Great, a whole bunch of people from like Texas, all over the states. Yeah, so they had a lot of fun, and like I told them, they could not rent an apartment up here for what they were renting. So they spent, I don't know, 8 or 9 years. They would summer on their houseboat up here, put it away, jump in the van and head down to Mexico. And they'd do 6 months here, 6 months there. They had a blast. But it didn't. You pay for electric to pump the water out of the well. Technically, no. I didn't. That's, touch wood. That's the only thing It's 30 years old. So the pump's the next one to go. But really, a few $100, it's like half a cent a gallon. So I'm not too overly concerned about water. There's Tamara and David. Welcome, welcome, folks. Hopefully you got yourself your beverage and you're ready to row. You working, buddy? Must have heard something. Well, as long as you got your beverage, I've got one of those. I forget the name of them, but they help kickstart your immune system for keto. So, tell you what, there's already 3 or 4 of us who are getting together and, try to get into our Speedos for the Alaska trip.
I'm so glad I'm not going on that trip.
Easy now, kid. Don't you have to go to work?
Not yet.
I think you do. You're keeping Hank up and you're bothering me. Go back to work.
No thanks.
But so, yeah. You know what? We're now that everybody's done holidays for a little bit, now it's time to get serious. And we're always, you want to join? We'll keep you honest. Maybe not, maybe so. But the way I look at it is it just gives you somebody else for moral support. Don't think you and a Speedo group. I'm all tankini. All right, Jesse. Well, you can wear your tankini and I'll wear my Speedo. Guaranteed nobody will come anywhere near us. Well, except for PETA. PETA might give us a little bit of an issue saying that, the whale jumped out of the water and it's in the pool now. Just saying. Oh, don't choke, Uncle Paul. No, it's okay. It's all good. All good. We hate to see anybody choke on their spaghetti. I made my own spaghetti sauce last weekend. Haven't tried it yet. Smelled really good. I did forget to put in. So it all sealed perfectly. I'm not going to reopen it, heat it up, and reseal it. But I forgot to put in the tomato paste. So they're just going to have to. My tankini came directly. Well, that is true, but I don't think that's called a tankini, Jesse. And if you folks don't know what Jesse's talking about, you get him next time you see him to show you what his tankini is. I call it an over-the-shoulder boulder holder, if you know what I mean. Now, some people say boulder, some people say pebbles. It is what it is. now you're making Paul choke. But we got to get somebody that's going to crochet some, Jesse. Because don't forget, it's Alaska. That time of year, it's going to start getting cool at night. And that's when we're going to be in the pool, is in the evening, whenever we're done, in the hot tub and in the pool. You're going to want a little bit of what. Okay, well, and it's I'm not even reading that one, Paul. Sorry, dude. Again, Bill, it is what it is. Oh, man. 26 minutes and we're already off the rails. That's exactly right, Tamara. Oh, dear. Yep. I didn't even have to bring that one off the rails. I only set it to the rails. Good old Bill pushed it up the rails. And, since Paul is always a saint with horns. When did I ever get back on the tracks? Valid point, Paul. Valid point. I know that, Jesse. That was, I wouldn't even stoop that low. It's close, but I don't think I would have even went that low. You know what they say about those Alaskan folks? We got to really be careful. And for those that are coming and not wanting to, I'm just trying to pull it up here. One of the homesteaders in Alaska is going to meet up with us in Juneau. And we'll go out, do lunch for those people that aren't wanting to go out and do, an excursion or anything. Brian said, yeah, why don't we meet up, give them 3 weeks notice, and they'll meet us at the dock, and we'll go to grab an Uber or whatever and taxi and head in for lunch. So some homesteaders will meet some different homesteaders. So it'll be a lot of fun. Okay, Bill. Well, so Sunday we jump on the boat. Monday is at sea. So we're going to do like a meet and greet, try to go live. on the Monday, that's our day 2. Day 3 is Juno. And I just noticed it's going to have to be a late lunch because we don't show up till 2:30 at Juno. And I know myself, I'm not going to want to do a whole lot in Juno. Because day 4, that's going to be our big day. That's going to be Skagway, where a lot of us have got the train tickets, and we're going to we've got train tickets, and we're going to pan for gold and all that good stuff. So I know personally day 4 is going to be pretty tough on me. And then day 5, we get to just take it easy, and we get to go into Glacier Bay, and then they just keep turning the ship 365. So it doesn't matter where you are on the ship, you get up front, close. I'm going to see if I can't get my GoPro all hooked up. And hey, Josh, welcome, brother. Bud Files, welcome. All right, Jesse, drive safe, my friend. Did I not send you the link, Glenda? I don't know what you guys are up to. Oh, that's right. You were supposed to call me back the other day and never did. You procrastinated. Glenda's a lurker and a procrastinator. Mm-hmm. Josh is...
Your sister calling. Oh, you talk to sister.
Mm-hmm. My sister calling me. Mm-hmm. Woohoo! I did. Oh, I'll call you after my live, Jesse. Sorry, guys. I'm multitasking. I have something for you too, Jesse. So, it should be in my US mailbox. And what I'll do is just turn around and send it to you if you want it. I was able to pick something up on eBay. Nobody else bid.
Bye, Dad.
But sweetheart, are you coming home for dinner? Or?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, let me know whenever you know.
Okay.
All right, love you.
Love you.
Dear God. House is freaking busy today. Debbie just left for work. One's leaving, one's coming. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire.
Which Costco?
I figured that. I was beside your mother whenever.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get it for her?
No, she said no.
Well, she said no for other reasons, but. All right, Tamara, you skedaddle and you have yourself a wonderful Thursday. And yes, if you. So Jesse just posted something, highbids.com, and look for the closest one near you. I'm telling you, I'm addicted to the one in Houston because there's not one close to, well, there is, but it would like take me forever to drive down to it. And I would have to take the I would have to take the snow alley to get there. So, but yeah, highbids.com and then go through for the closest auction to you. And I mean, they have everything literally from soup to nuts. And another one, but you got to be very, very careful. They try to trick you, and they got me once. eBay's never going to get me twice. It made it seem like I bid on a monocular. It's the stand. But so I got two night vision monoculars. Oh, they have shipping now, Jesse. Is that the same one that Ian worked at? The one that you had to always go. Oh, the one. Yes, Prime Bids is the one in Houston. Right. That's clear as mud now. Clear as mud. Yes, actually, now that Hank. Dear God. They're in, they're out, they're. So that's where that disturbs me a little bit, Bill. Just gonna put that out there. Just a wee little bit. Okay. One of those guys. Oh my goodness. Wake up and read the coffee. I'm on jungle juice. I don't know how so much sodium kickstarts your metabolism. But apparently it does. But I put a package into this great big mug, and the first little bit wasn't that bad, but now that I'm hitting the bottom half, yucky. But what I'll do to get into my my Speedo, just saying. Reading the coffee don't work, Jesse. That, amen, Paul. Oh, Hank, did they leave you inside or are you outside? Goober. Hank. Okay, stay there. Stay there. Okay, well. I just coming up. Come on. I know. Oh, gracious. Oh, gracious. Say hi, guys. Some? No. Far too many people in and around his house today. He's not too overly amused. The auditor, we were sitting at the kitchen table as he was going over. What do you want, bud? You want to go down? Okay, go lay in your chair. The auditor was sitting across from me, and Hank wanted to introduce himself, and he jumped up on him and then went and sat in his lap. Hank, hey. Thank you. Yeah. I guess he in the hay but listening, can't chat. All right, Johnny. Are you bail? Did you bail again? My goodness. Oh well, there goes the blanket off the back of my chair. Hank has now got himself covered up. There. Hank's now got himself covered up in my lazy boy. Pulled the blanket that Rebecca made me. He pawed it down on top of him, so he's covered with that now. Now he'll go to sleep. And then tomorrow he's just going to go crazy because we have everybody coming tomorrow, and honestly they have to remove my oil tank, which I just got filled up. So there's like $700 worth of fuel oil. Again, I was given too good of a deal not to go this week. So, again, I will make it up in the long run. It just hurts right now that they're going to come and suck about $700 worth of fuel oil out of my tank and take it away. And then take away that furnace, my old furnace, which is garbage. And then really the only thing out of my pocket is I was able to get everything included, even the audit fees, everything. And yeah, in between, just over the 35K. So, like I said to Debbie, if it don't rain, it pours. But again, I guess I have to make Hank a blanket. Well, no, because it usually just stays on my chair, and Hank don't use my chair unless I'm not in it. So we share. We're good sharing peoples. Unless I'm using it and he wants it, then he jumps up and cuddles himself inside the blanket. Oh, boy. But it is what it is. Show us Hank. Oh. I think once I get over close to him, he'll get up. But out like a light, all cuddled up with his binky. How the hell do I? There we go. So yeah, needless to say, yeah, Hank normally he uses half of it, and then he uses the other half. He bunches up and uses it as a pillow. But anyways, it's going to be a long night because Kyle and I have to make room for the HVAC guys tomorrow, and I have to get my Canadian herbs out of where they are right now. So needless to say, it's going to be quite a long evening. But it is what it is. It could be worse. But just trying to see. Um, just give me 1 sec. I just have to send my sales guy. Um, um, Hmm. Oh man. Talk about a pain in the and of course I don't have now I gotta try to find his oh man. It's one of these they can't resell it in case there's like oil water or something in it, Paul. So I tried, and like he said, um, he like you just said it there's no way that they will do it. Um, See, that doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, so if I go 1, 6, 7, 3, 5, 7, 7. Sorry, guys. It's just something that has to be done with him coming to install it tomorrow. There's just the quicker I get this, the quicker I get my money. So if he can get this done today, then I can get it hopefully get my money back within 10 days. Um, mm, okay, there we go. But yeah, no, it's cruising koozies. Howdy, howdy. Appreciate it. Um, it's a 900 liter tank. So divide that by that would be two hundred and 237 gallons, and it's about 3/4. They don't fill it up all the way, so I'd say it's about 200 gallons of fuel oil. And I tried to find one of my buddies. I give it to him for 50 cents. Give me half, and then come and take it away. But everybody's like, oh, well, what if there's water in it? It's in my basement. How can there physically be water in it? And literally, they just filled it up last Wednesday. So it's like, doesn't make sense. But again, it is what it is. People were given a lot more disturbing news than what I was. So, hopefully I can go live tomorrow night. Again, it all depends. If they're still here working, I'm not going to go live. But if they're gone, then I'll go live tomorrow night. Oh, one good thing. My pain doctor that did my injections of steroids 2.5 weeks ago thinks that I'm not going to have to burn my nerve endings in my spine. Like he said, he'd rather not do it. That's last case scenario. But he thinks that the one that I just about come off the table swinging at him is definitely it was definitely a muscular. And he said he's not stating that it's how did he word it? He's not stating that it's full muscle. He thinks it could be partially nerve endings, but like he said, he would rather wait a few months. And he's like, there's no permanent damage to doing the steroids and his cocktail that he's just did 3 weeks ago. So he's already booked me again for January and July before the cruise. And he thinks that that's going to be enough to give me good pain relief. Like he said, I've got to be smart during the like he said, I've got to be smart whenever it comes to the trip. He still wants me to have a scooter. Like he said, we're still dealing with, I will end up in a wheelchair. It's just when. And he thinks that he might have been able to give me a little bit more quality of life, but I still can't do a whole lot, or it throws me into spasms. So it's one of those catch 22s. Do you, do you let him burn it and hopefully never have to worry about it again? But he said, oh, I'd rather not. So, well, Paul, I went from a 7-8 with the Lanacane and steroids and whatever he calls his cocktail. Burning is a long-term thing. If this cocktail will do it, like he said, why would I want to even attempt to burn your nerves? He said, it doesn't make sense. And he said, don't let anybody try to talk you into it. Because my neurosurgeon, who specializes in he specializes in spinal things, and like I said, the man worked miracles with my neck. It got to the point where I was having a hard time feeding myself with the movement. I couldn't walk. So, they figured that I'd be having my lower back. But this doctor here said, no, you don't need it. He said, why would you? Hank, nobody's here, buddy. See, I told you nobody's here, buddy. Like he said, nobody's they're never in a rush to do a huge surgery like what they did with my neck. That's what they have to do to my lower back, my lower spine. So, like you said, if they can even wait another 10 years, it's going to be, 75, 80 years old before I need a wheelchair. And that's what the whole name of the game is. So here's praying that we can hold out another 10 years. And yeah, you just never know. And I've got 2 doctors, one that specialize in their fields, but both disagree with one another. One is trying to give me a quality of life without doing major surgery, and the other one is ready to go with major surgery if need be. So I kind of, it's very emotional whenever you're 13 plus years in chronic pain, and then you you sit back, and now my pain is 2-3. 2-3, and I used to have to put one of those back patches on at least one a day. I haven't worn one since I did the procedure. I would put Voltaren, extra strength Voltaren on roughly twice a day. I haven't once put it on since my procedure. So, and some people, it works. My brother-in-law is like you, Paul. It didn't work. Mine's worked. Don't know. There's no rhyme, no reason as to why or how, or, like he said, he can't even explain the difference. He was, he said, if I was a betting man, I would have said you were going to have ablations done. He said, now that you're not, he's like, I honestly don't know how to explain. He said, I was sure we were going to do ablations. He said, I'm glad we don't have to. So, well, Mama's always right, Paul. Always right. You never back talk mums, because she'll always win. Especially an English mama. We have one of our nurses that works with Debbie. Oh my goodness. Her husband passed. They lived in England most of their life. They've only been in Canada 5 years, but her son came over for school and stayed. So after her husband passed, he's like, Mom, you don't have any family left. Why don't you come over to Canada with us? They're killing for nurses over here. They may even pay your way. They did. They paid partial some of her travel. Oh, wait. She's spicy. She'll tell you what she thinks if you like it or not. And if you're not sure, she'll tell you again. So I've learned pretty quickly about you and your moms. See? I'm a pretty fast learner. I only poked at her a few times, and that's it. And then I even forget what it was. Oh, an antibiotic shot. And she's like, you remember? I'm like, yeah. I said, that's what I do. Smart ass pulls out one of these long needles. She's like, here's your needle. I was like, I'm sorry. And she laughed, took off the needle, and then put on the one that it's supposed to be. I'm like, I'll never, ever poke fun at you again. And I never have. Yeah, no, she's spicy. She'll tell you the way it was. Anyways, guys, we're gone over an hour, and we've got Reverend Dream and Miss Tammy. They're coming up here in a few hours, and then after that, 5 Central, we got Johnny and the lovely Christine. And then we have Jason and Tara, Joey and his sidekick, the wonderful Jin Jin. And that you need two different things, because my Wild Home is also on at that time. And then you've got Dale and Nana playing Cahoots. And then right after them, you got Bland's Promised Land Ranch. And they're taking us out for the night. And who doesn't like to poke fun at Eric? Farmers' wives do, homesteaders, drones, everybody likes picking on Eric. Yes, you too. Everybody stay safe. You never know. I may go on. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video tomorrow or go live. All depends if the guy's wanted by the police or not. Then I gotta be careful. I gotta change his name and blur his face. And darn old people. But anyways, I'm gonna go and finish my wonderful beverage. I'm not a big fan of citrus. I love citrus, but this stuff that they have in a package, I am going to try chocolate tomorrow in my coffee. But anyways, Hank's looking around at me going, Dad, I need to go outside. So I'm going to go take Hank outside. You guys have an amazing afternoon, and we'll probably see you sometime tomorrow. But definitely at least once throughout the day, if not twice. So take care, guys. God bless. And we will see you on the flip side. Toodles.